Welcome top news today. Menendez corruption and bribery trial, what to know. After 6 weeks of trial, the government rested in its bribery case last week against Senator Bob Menendez, DNJ, who faces more than a dozen charges of fraud and bribery. And now all eyes are on the judge who will determine whether the case can continue. Menendez is accused of accepting donations, trips, and gifts in exchange from an eye doctor friend in exchange for pressuring government officials to act in ways that would be beneficial to his friend's business interests. Menendez has maintained his innocence, and U.S. District Judge William Walls now has to decide if the trial will go on or if he will dismiss it. It's the first time in 9 years that a sitting U.S. Senator is facing a federal bribery charge. What is Menendez accused of? Menendez, 63, accepted a plethora of campaign donations, gifts, and vacations from Salomon Melgen, a Florida ophthalmologist. In return, Menendez used his position to lobby on behalf of Melgen's business interests, according to prosecutors. Melgen allegedly directed more than $750,000 in campaign contributions to entities that supported Menendez, according to the indictment, which prosecutors said were inducements to get Menendez to use his influence on Melgen's behalf. Prosecutors have also accused Menendez of trying to hide the gifts. Melgen also paid for Menendez and his girlfriend to stay for 3 nights at a Parisian hotel where rooms typically cost about $1,500 per night and allowed the senator the use of his private jet, according to prosecutors. What is the senator's defense? Both Menendez and Melgen have pleaded not guilty, and Menendez has vehemently denied the accusations against him. Throughout the trial thus far, defense attorneys have sought to prove that Menendez and Melgen have been friends since before the former became a senator, and the trips were nothing more than friends traveling together. At times emotional, Menendez has maintained his innocence throughout the trial. Is there anything else to know about Salomon Melgen? Melgen, 63, was convicted of 67 counts of healthcare fraud in April in what the Palm Beach Post called one of the biggest Medicare fraud cases in the U.S. During that case, prosecutors argued that Melgen, who was born in the Dominican Republic, robbed Medicare of as much as $105 million, according to the newspaper. His sentencing has been delayed until after this trial. Aside from Menendez, Melgen has given significant amounts of money to a variety of Democratic lawmakers, according to public records. What happens if Menendez is convicted? If Menendez is convicted and goes to prison, Governor Chris Christie, RN.J., would pick a replacement. That prospect is troublesome for Democrats who fear that Christie would pick a Republican to fill the Senate seat, giving the GOP an additional edge for legislative fights. Menendez is up for re-election next year. He was selected to replace former Governor John Corzine, DN.J., in the Senate in 2005.